X money, I need more. Give them a show, killing you nose and taking your bros. We just wanna get lit.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean and you either float or you sink it. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves, look. Salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all gold, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me, I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the real ones could vouch. They thought I was done, but all I doubt, you gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my CD. Made it out of the trenches, just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy, I blowed her budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee-deep, I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG, they gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed, salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life for like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip or retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated, I've broken the system, had to breach it, that's mission impossible, mission completed. Salute when you see me. Yeah, I got the heart of a god and the stacks of the heart of a...
Coming up. Win in the last 20 continue their dominance. Find out next on EA Sports.
And off we go from Denver. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And that is incomplete. Austin Eckler, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. The inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attack.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, Herbert flush to his right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. Buying time to his left. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Touchdown of the season, and the Chargers have taken a 1st quarter lead. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, Gordon once more.
A little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Gordon on 1st down, fighting through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Bridgewater now from the 50. On at the Chargers 35. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. Williams is going to have the 1st down and a little more. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a big play there for the Broncos. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Williams. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Chargers 5-yard line.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Touchdown Broncos. Javonte Williams. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Herbert now. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Again, Herbert eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now. But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Play action. It's Herbert. He dumps this one off to Jackson, the running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to go up top again. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Bridgewater's throw taken in by Sutton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Bridgewater. He's got it. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Herbert on 1st down now. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. On first down, it's Herbert, escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, LA. Jalen Waddle, 75 yards. And the Chargers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. That's complete, Okuegbuna. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker. Randy, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for L.A.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Waddle there to make the grab. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Breaks through the contact. Fights through and now a crease. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Flush to his right. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the gun, Bridgewater. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. So a 56-yard punt. They'll net 41 after the 15-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other. And they
under pressure, and they got to him again. Draymond Jones in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And that's checked down to Gordon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Denver. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he slings one that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Herbert going to throw. Out to his left. It's complete to Cook. Touchdown, Chargers. Jared Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now Bridgewater and the Broncos down by 7. 1:11 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He's got Gordon, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Bridgewater gets this to Fant. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Sutton. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Bridgewater to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the touchdown at PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for L.A. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Herbert steps away. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Do you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. KJ Hamler returning it. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through?